Since 2001, an overall development objective has been formulated by the Namibian government, aiming towards the deproclamation of Aspergebied and its ultimate integration into a trans-frontier conservation area between Namibia, South Africa and Angola.
This map of Namibia shows the Kunene in the north down to the Orange River, the border to South Africa, and in the southwestern corner, the utmost southwestern corner of Namibia, we've got the Richtersveld National Park of South Africa, the Fish River Canyon National Park and the new Sperrgebied National Park, and in between we've got the Namib Huib Plateau Park.
In order to widen the scope of these goals of rehabilitation and prevention of destruction, a group of conservationists has embarked on acquiring farms adjacent to the erstwhile Diamond Area 1 with the intention to eventually link the Fish River National Park with the ecologically fragile desert area of the Sperrgebied National Park.
The Namib Huib Plateau Park is positioned in the southwestern corner of Namibia, bordering the Sperrgebied National Park on the eastern side, and it's the link between the Sperrgebied National Park and the Fish River Canyon. The park is actually divided into two topographical different landscape types. On the eastern side we've got the area with the mountainous character, and here you've got the transition into the Namib Desert.
All forms of domestic and commercial farming have been stopped, and all the internal fences are in the process of being dismantled with the intention to reinstate the ancient migration routes used by the various game species endemic to the area prior to the intervention from man.
Because the area here, the farm area, was badly degraded, we have to return the previous farmland into its natural state again. Fences needs to be removed, poaching needs to be stopped. Then the border between our park, the Namib Huib Plateau Park and the Sperrgebied National Park will hopefully be removed in the next couple of years. That will enable the game to migrate freely back and forth again.
Due to paleontology, the study of past forms of life has contributed much to the understanding of the geological evolution of the whole area. Incidentally, the only specimen of Ediacara fauna and flora left in the world, dating back 534 million years, is located within the Namib Huib Plateau Park.
We're sitting here on top of Mount Cambrium. This is a little mountain in the southern part of the Namib Huib Plateau Park. And on top of Mount Cambrium, we've got layers which were deposited about 534 million years back. And these creatures here, the Swartpuntje, which belong to the Ediacara fauna, they lived in this lagoon-like area environment. And this is the only spot on the world where you can find these type of fossils.
The eastern sand plain zones of the Sperrgebied, which form the western border of the Namib Huib Plateau Park, consist mainly of gravel plains which are superimposed by a few inselbergs. In this stretch there is only one single permanent dune system of note. The plains support a fairly dense shrubby flora made up of a mosaic of dominant plants, including several euphorbia species, as well as a large variety of succulents and lightops or stone plants. Scattered stands of camelthorn trees are found in the ephemeral washes.
Well, this is a Trichocaulon, one of the many different species of succulents in the area. And that's actually one of the reasons why this whole area had been protected internationally, because of this exceptional big variety of succulent plants in the southwestern part of Namibia, which is stretching up to the northwestern and western part of South Africa.
Towards the eastern and more mountainous section of the park, the vegetation increases to entail aloes, lichens, penny bushes and quiver trees.
Well, this is a quiver tree. It's an aloe, Aloe dichotoma. It stores water in the stem and the branches and the leaves. It's a plant that that grows in an area which receives, I would say, between 50 and 150 millimeters of rain, semi-arid area. The name quiver tree is actually coming from the fact, that the bushmen used to use the branches these branches here, which they hollowed out, and then they stored their arrows in the quiver.
The entire Sperrgebied and large parts of the Namib Huib Plateau Park fall in one of the 25 global hotspots of biological diversity, an internationally recognized global and national priority for conservation, based on extreme richness and uniqueness of species. Therefore, this entire area is of scientific, conservation and wilderness importance. Because the area is a transitional zone between summer and winter rainfall regions, it experiences habitat changes from the Namib proper in the west to the pro-Namib near the escarpment in the east. 45 species of terrestrial mammals have been recorded, but it is believed that a further 31 plus are expected. The following red data book species do, however, occur: leopard, aardwolf, brown hyena, Cape fox, spotted hyena, bat-eared fox, wildcat, and cheetah. The larger mammals include gemsbok or oryx and springbok, which are widespread throughout the area. 6 animals are known to be locally extinct: elephant, Hartmann's mountain zebra, black and white rhino, giraffe, and hippo. As with the Sperrgebied, much of the long-term value of the Namib Huib Plateau Park lies in its tourism potential as an unspoiled wilderness. The vast open spaces towards the west offer scenic views for the desolation-loving photographer, while the eastern section may have a few thrills for the more adventurous nature friend. In congruence with the national plan for the Sperrgebied to establish a management system aimed at the rehabilitation and prevention of destruction of pristine sections of the Namib Desert, with the ultimate goal to eventually integrate it into a trans-frontier conservation area, the Namib Huib Plateau Park will be following and implementing exactly these principles. The establishment of a management system aimed at the long-term sustainable economic and ecological potential of the area is one of the immediate priorities.
To bring back this area into its natural state again is obviously a huge task, and it requires huge financial input to achieve the goal.
It must be emphasized that such areas have the potential to remain valuable and attractive for a long time to come, but that these qualities will be lost if they are not actively conserved. Management, however, should not imply denying access to all but a few privileged persons, but there must be a balance to allow interested people the opportunity of experiencing what the place has to offer without jeopardizing its value for future visitors. The management of the Namib Huib Plateau Park is inviting interested investors to become involved.
Contributions in the form of materials and services would be an example of a smaller investment, and that would be used for the repair and upgrading of waterholes and wind pumps, windmills, and the removal of fences, for instance. For the larger investment, financial commitment is necessary. This would enable us to move forward with the aims and the goals for the park.